What's up, guys? This is WoT the Fell-Handed, and I have something special for you. This is Basic Tactics Mountain Pass. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I've had a lot of requests. People said, Bull, can you please, show me what to do on this map? But, I need to know what I need to do with my platoon, if I'm running a full platoon or in a scrim type environment, competition, what have you. Now, just keep in mind, guys, that this is totally different from individual play, because if I say, okay, you've got to push the 4 line, but nobody goes there, 2 people go there, well, you may go up there and get annihilated, even though it is an extremely important line, for whatever map. So just make sure there's definitely a difference, alright, between individual play and unit play. Moving on. Now, guys, the important thing is on the right flank. I always see everybody, man, they go around the corner, kind of like what we have going on, and they go up in there, and then they start shooting it at a tank sitting on the top of the Red's left flank on top of that hill, and he's hulled down, and they shoot at him all day, and they don't gain any ground, and you don't need to do that. You don't need to push the right flank on this map. You put 1 tank up there at G9, and just he runs the 9 line. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't need to push. Now, you only need 1 tank on the bridge. You don't need to push the bridge, because what happens is, if you push the bridge, if they've got guys down at the bottom there at say D7, D8, they're going to fire on you. If they've got guys at H3, they're going to fire on you. If they have guys guarding the bridge, they're going to fire on you. If they have TDs on top of the hill where the arties like to sit, right there at their spawn, they're going to fire at you. So it's a bad move. You just need to hold the bridge. You don't need to push it. It's important that you guys understand what you need to advance on and what you need to hold. And these are the things you need to hold. You don't want to push these things, because the reason you don't want to push these things is because the ones that I'm telling you are typically extremely problematic and not in your favor if you push them. Moving on. Now, what I was saying earlier is, you don't want to keep, you want to keep your unit tactics and your individual tactics totally separate, okay? And I just kind of want to talk about this for a moment, because if for example I say, okay guys, let's go down the 1 line, but I'm the only one going down it, it's a bad move, even if it's tactically sound. Now everybody's been there, they're doing the right thing, and they get murdered. There's nothing you can do for that except make smarter decisions before going into battle or going on that particular flank. Okay, so that's all I'm going to leave that alone for now. Now, guys, the most important thing on this map is the 1 line. You have to push the 1 line. You need to have a strong presence. And here's the deal, okay? If you have 1 tank holding your right flank at the top of the hill there, and you've got 1 tank holding the bridge, you've got 13 tanks minus, whatever arty, whatever you decided to bring to push this flank. And more than likely you're going to win it. Unless, of course, the entire team just decides to camp. But tactically speaking, the 1 line is the only thing you need to push. It's the only thing you need to concern yourself with, because anything else is just going to be extremely problematic, and you're going to bog down some of your toughest units just in a fight that's totally pointless. Now, is there successes? Can you succeed through pushing through the right flank of the bridge? Absolutely, sure. Is that the easiest way to win? No. It's difficult. It's extremely situational. And as you can see, the guys who pushed our right flank, going down the hill there, they're still there at D7, D8. It took them more or less all game, and they still haven't got up the hill, and there's not even anybody guarding it anymore. Of course, there may be. There's probably a TD over there. But the point is that as a unit, as a team, if you make smarter decisions, you're going to have, as a result, smarter gameplay. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. That you need to know when, as a unit, to make these decisions, and some things just don't really make sense. Why would you push an area when you can have one tank hold it instead? It's a give and a take, and you just need to know when to do this trade, so to speak. Moving on. Now, I could also mention at this time the different classes of tanks have different roles. I'm going to go ahead and mention this. I promised one of my subscribers I would. Guys, heavy tanks push. If heavy tanks don't push, if they sit in the back and they snipe, you're going to have tanks on the front line doing your job. And the problem with this is these tanks aren't going to be equipped to do your job. They're not going to have the armor to take the rounds. Okay? Your medium tanks, they're going to flank. Your light tanks, they're going to scout. Your TDs are going to camp. And your clickers are going to click. Okay, so just make sure you stick with that, because I see so many heavies, you know, IS-7 sitting behind the TDs. You know, you need to play to your tank's class. It's the bottom line, guys. Okay, if you're 2 tiers down in a game, yes, I understand. Play more conservatively. In this case, you know, if you're top tier, no, absolutely not. You need to do your job. Now, to give you guys a recap of Mountain Pass, one tank holds the right flank at the top of the hill there, where it slopes down at the spawn. Okay, one tank holds the bridge. That's all you need. The most important thing is pushing the one line. You have to push this line. You push it, and you know, you push hard, and you do some good tanking, you will be successful. Now, you can also flex. Okay, your flank can flex if the bridge is getting overrun. If your guy on the other side is getting overrun, he can fall back to the top of the hill. Okay, now the map has a lot of symmetry, so you can use these same tactics on the other side. Alright, so guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.